What's up, everybody? This is Effortless coming to you with my first ever video for a pretty good 2023 farming guide for Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes. Um, on this guide, it could be free to play, it could not be. Some people like to spend a little bit of money, not a lot. This farming guide doesn't matter if it's free to play or if you want to spend money. It will help you get to where you need to be quicker if you spend money, but if not, you'll still get the best bang for your buck for the current updates for this game. I'm a little nervous, so we'll see how this goes. I'm not really even sure where to look when I'm doing this. But hopefully it turns out well. I've been playing this game for a long time. I have other farming guides, but I've never done a video for one. So this will be my first video, so like I said, hopefully it turns out well. Hopefully you guys do enjoy it. If you do, feel free to like or subscribe. We do post videos every once in a while, me and my son together every once in a while. Or just comment anything that maybe you'd like to see different, or maybe how we would do something different. Anything helps out. This farming guide, I've watched a lot of videos of other people's farming guides over time, and with this current meta of being Jabba, with everything focused towards Jabba, that's where this farming guide is going to go. He should be your first GL, in my opinion. The thing about this game, though, is you can't just focus on having that one person that is the meta. If you don't play the game to at least enjoy it and farm people that you do like, you might give up on the game. But to be effective, you will need to kind of stick with the meta. Currently, like in the old farming guides I've made, you would never go for either Jedi Master Luke or even Jabba for that case, because you have to have Jedi Knight Luke for both of those. And it was never a easy farm because you had to get Wampa, you had to get Hermit Yoda, you had to get Rolo, Rebel Leia, Officer Organa, Rebel Officer Leia Organa. And it wasn't a quick thing to even try to do. You'd look at probably getting a character, maybe two of them after 8 months to a year. Now you can get all of them within a couple months, 3 months, depending on how you do with your guild. Your guild does play a big part in it. But this guide will help speed you up to get some good teams that a lot of guilds are looking for to do to get more damage in the Crate Dragon Raid, to help assist with that, help get stuff done. And this farming guide, I believe, helps it out. That's why it is pretty good. Okay. So we'll proceed. So we'll go to the first page. This is Rule 1. Rule 1 is over time, passively work on all these characters. And that is Lord Vader, or not Lord Vader, Darth Vader, Wampa, Hermit Yoda, and Rolo. Vader, you'll just get over time by just doing things. He is or possibly will be your first 7-star. When playing this game, because you do get him just from doing the daily task or achievements and stuff like that. Wampa has one of the best Omicrons for GAC. He is a solo artist. Honestly, the easiest solo artist for you to start with actually might be him now, but I would say SWGOH currently, because the ability to farm him. But Wampa, now you can get him a lot sooner with like I said, the new currencies. Hermit Yoda and Rolo. So you just get those three. Those three are basically what you'll need for Jedi Knight Luke as well. But there's stuff that you'll be able to farm a lot quicker, and as you get those currencies, just farm those. Farm them. Every chance you get, I wouldn't use that currency on anything else except for those things. And like I said, Vader probably be your first Zeta. He has one of the best Zetas in the game. His Merciless Massacre. Uh, Basically lets him solo a lot of teams. And just remember, though, you want 2 Zetas, though, whenever you go for Jedi Knight Luke. And that would be his Leadership Zeta and his other Zeta, the Merciless Massacre. You'll need both of those to complete the last phase of the Jedi Knight Luke event. Alright, moving on. So as you're working, the ones you start with are always going to be Ahsoka, Old Ben, Jedi Knight Anakin. Those will be the first ones you start getting. As you can increase all of them. They all will help out in the early, mid, late game. But the first full team you should have set up, if you farm them correctly, will be your Imperial Troopers. That will be your first team that you will probably fully build. And that includes Veers, Piet, Dark Trooper, Moff, and Range Trooper for the 5 that I like to use. But it might be quicker, though. Instead of Range Trooper, you can throw in Colonel Stark. He is an easier farm because he is available in the shipment store. But 5 Imperial Troopers will get you an R2-D2 unlock. So once you get 5 Imperial Troopers, a 7-star, you will get R2-D2. You should also be working on the 4 at the bottom throw overtime, and you can farm all of them almost in the shipment stores as well. And that's Stormtrooper Han, Farm Boy Luke, Princess Leia, Old Ben, who you already have early, just kind of build him up over time, and then R2-D2. If you use those 5 Rebels, they're actually available for 2 unlocks, and that will get you CLS, Commander Luke Skywalker, and Emperor Palpatine. With those unlocks, you will slowly work on your CLS team passively while working on your other teams. Like Han, you will get him from guild currencies, and Chewie you'll get once you get 5 bounty hunters to 7-star. And Chewpio, once you get his sector unlocked to be able to start farming him, you don't have to rush to get him. Just if you get him 3-star, 4-star, 5-star, he will be a great addition to that team. You'll be able to underman in GAC with those 4, even if he's low. But mainly just focus on unlocking him. Don't worry about starring him up. And then Emperor Palpatine can start off your solid Empire team with just Mara Jade. Honestly, those 2 are 2 peas in a pod. They go to every team. They need to be together. It makes no sense at all trying to separate them out. Later, Emperor Palpatine and Mara will join Starkiller after first Galactic Legend unlock, unless you don't want to wait and you just want to farm for Starkiller first. Hey, to each their own. Do what you want. But if you want to wait and get your Jabba first, which I recommend, then you can get Starkiller, and then you'll have a fantastic Starkiller team. So, while working towards the other unlocks, you should be passively getting Vader unlocked and going for your Empire team. So, once you get Emperor Palpatine unlocked, you get Mara Jade in there, you throw in Vader, Moff Tarkin, and Short Trooper. But the 5th one can be anybody you want. I just prefer Short Trooper just for the healing, for like Grand Arena, stuff like that. But if you want to try to get the best person to trade in, if you want to build your Rebels up and get a Thrawn, he is the best option, but then I would switch out Tarkin instead of Short Trooper. I would leave Short Trooper in there and just take out Tarkin. But Thrawn's a great addition to this team. He does help out the Empires, but in my own opinion, it's not worth you building up Rebels at all. Like, there's no real point to it anymore. It used to be a really good early farm with how stuff used to go, with how the farm farming went, the multi ones, all that stuff. It's just not worth it anymore. Our next goal would be to start working towards the Executor. And I do believe you should go for the big ship first instead of going straight to Jabba. The reason why is because if you're just starting an account, ships are one of the best things for you. The higher you can get in ships, the more crystals you can make, the more refreshes you can do, the more people you can unlock. A lot of people will tell you to go for the Galactic Legend, and it is nice having one. But overall, for just your account's sake, it is best to have a stronger ship than anything else. Geos, they'll give you a decent team, good ships, and a Padme unlock. All you really need, though, is these 5 Geos, which it's only those 5. 3 of them have fantastic ships, so you can still gear them up, relic them up, and have 3 solid ships that can go with your Malevolence later on. But those 5 will get you a Padme unlock. And you can work that unlock in whenever you want to. Just you will have access to those guys a lot earlier, so it is a little easier to get her unlocked instead of waiting. That way you still have some kind of progression while you're going through it. Because that is one thing that gets me sometimes, is not having an unlock over long periods of time. Like, man, can't have anything? So, go from there. So, once that is done, say you finish and you get Padme, start working towards the Executor unlock, which means you have to start, which means the start of your Bounty Hunters, which is another one of your core teams. So, Bounty Hunters that I recommend, I'm saying it's not be ones the earlier farms, because the last 2, Grief and Mando, do come a little bit later in the sectors to start working on them. But like I said, this will be later on. You'll probably be that far by then. Just make sure you're working on them. But Bosk, Jango, Boba, the Mandalorian, and Grief. Those 5 can easily get you a Chewbacca 7-star unlock, and is a solid team. Bounty Hunters also good to keep it early for the credit heist event. Tell about the currency bottleneck. That's one of the biggest struggles with newer accounts, is currency. Currency is limited. It's what you need to get your characters leveled up to 85. It's what you need to get your abilities activated. It's needed for unlocks. It's needed to raise their star level. Currency early game will probably be one of the banes of your existence. In mine, it's having to go against a Padme team, but I don't know what it is. I just can never go against them. But in this new accounts are always going to be, the bane of their existence is going to be credits. But once the bounty hunter is done, you also can work on your Beskar Mando. So you already have Grief and Mando, and then all you need is Quill, IG-86, and Cara Dune. And once you get those 5, get them 7-star. That event is not difficult at all. It's just getting them 7-starred. The one benefit, though, is you can farm Grief Karga and IG at the same time. They're in the same sector. Good thing with Quill is when you do him, you also will be working on the TIE Bomber, which that is another thing you'll need. So as soon as you get a chance to start farming Quill or the TIE Bomber, because it's the same node, as soon as you get a chance, you need to be doing that daily. The TIE Bomber will take a long time to unlock. After that, you'll just need a couple more bounty hunters. Like I said, you could use Greedo or Cad Bane instead of the Grief or Mando for the 5 bounty hunters. That's why they're right there for bounty hunters for the top part. But if you don't use them, you still need to get them up there. They do help out. And then you also will need just finish your relics up, get your Imperial TIE Bomber, and you got to get your Razor Crest. That's why you need Beskar Mando, is to get the Razor Crest. Now, Razor Crest isn't bad to get. You can get shards from that just from the fleet store. So just do those, grab those when they come up. Try to always have a little extra credit so you can throw that towards it. And you'll get your TIE Bomber, your Razor Crest, and then you will have one of the best ships in the game, which is Executor. The profundity is better than the Executor, but it is a way harder farming guide. That's probably a ship you'd go after later on, and I'll talk more about that once we get to that end. But this guide, though, is going to be a long guide. It's made to last, and I'll just give you one thing to go for to give you a lot of options to go for. So after you get Executor, I recommend going for Jedi Knight Revan and getting your Grand Master Yoda unlocks. So for Jedi Knight Revan, you'll need Bastila, Sean, Jolie Bindo, Mission, Zalbar, and T3M4. You basically need to get the characters for Jedi Knight Revan, get them to Gear 12. The unlocks for Grandmaster Yoda basically be done with very low gear, just 7-star Jedi units, okay? Yoda is one of the easiest unlocks you can get. Honestly, you don't even have to wait till now to get it. Say you get Ahsoka start up, you could just throw Bastila Shan as the lead, throw in Ahsoka, and then bam, there's Yoda. This is just if you're waiting, you get Jedi Knight Revan unlocked, and then you just throw him in there, and then again, Yoda unlock. It's not difficult. These are 2 easy unlocks. It's just getting Jedi Knight Revans, get them to around Gear 12. Not all of them have to be Gear 12. Just if they are all Gear 12, it does make it a lot easier. On my last unlock guide I did for Revan, I think T3 and 4 only had like a Gear 5 or 6. That was it. I did the same thing on Dark Side though with I don't even remember her name. I cannot think right now. Juhani. I only got her like to 7. So now we'll start working towards Jedi Knight Luke, which means we need to go for C3PO, and we finish off the other relic requirements to farm the Outrider and Dash when they become available. So as soon as you start seeing the Outrider and Dash come up too, start farming them now if you haven't already. The Outrider is one of the unlocks you will have to have for Jabba, and then Dash. If you get him going, get him unlocked, you can get him all the way to Relic 5, and that'll already set you up for a Star Killer start for unlocks. Because for Star Killer, you only need 4 different characters at Relic 5. Alright, so we go for the C3PO unlock. He is not a difficult unlock at all. If you gear your Ewoks to Gear 12, however, I do not recommend gearing them that much. You can easily get C3PO with Ewoks around Gear 10 with just decent mods. Don't have to be amazing mods. You will need 5 certain Ewoks. Others are a waste of time. So, Chief Chirpa and Wicket are your main damage dealers. You have Ewok Elder, Poplu, and I started doing a video and I just forget all these names. And it is really bothering me. Low gray. So you have Chief Chirpa, Wicket, Elder, Low Gray, and Poplu. Those are 5 you need. Do not even worry or care about the other ones. You will get shards from them just from doing refreshes and stuff. They're not even needed. You'll never use those guys unless for some reason they throw in a requirement later on needing them. But once you do get that team done, you get C3PO unlocked. You will now have your CLS team completed by now. You will have your CLS, which is Commander Luke Skywalker, Han Solo, Chewbacca, 3PO. Well, Chewpio, I think is technically a proper name, or 3POC. And then C3PO. That is the best CLS team anywhere. You can use C3PO elsewhere, but honestly, this is where he needs to be at. This is the team he's best on. He's just a filler for other teams. Once he gets to this one, this is the top tier team. This is a attacking team that can be a counter for a lot of different things. Majority of things, honestly. Jedi Knight Luke. So now we're going for Jedi Knight Luke unlock. So we should be having our Wampa unlocked, Relic 3, and pretty much all these guys only need to be at Relic 3 to do the unlock. The only one I'd probably say to get a little bit higher, maybe Vader, maybe go to 4 or 5, because it won't hurt you at all. It just benefits you. Or another person you could look at, Relic up a little higher, is maybe Chewbacca. That just benefits your CLS team and will benefit Phase 6, which is one of the hardest phases for Jedi Knight Luke. So Phase 1, you do a Wampa fight. Phase 2, CLS against Wampa. Phase 3, a bunch of troopers. And then the second phase, a bunch of troopers with Veers, and I think Vader's in the back. You have about 20 turns, maybe, or 25. I can't exactly remember what it is. You have so many turns, or not turns, attacks. So many attacks until Vader pops off. He goes into enrage mode and just starts killing everybody. But events, that part's not difficult. Just focus on them, get them down, good. Phase 4 is ships. If you have your ships built up, it is not difficult. You'll have your Han up. You'll have your Chewbacca relic up. So your Millennium Falcon will be strong. You have a Rebel Y ship that they give you, and then you will have to use your Wedge and Wedge ship. I did this event with a Gear 8 Wedge. I had to try a few times, multiple times, not a few. It was a lot. I had to try a lot of times for this unlock. Biggest thing is just focus on getting Wedge out first, and then you are good. If you can get Wedge out, you can survive and get it done. But it did take quite a few times until I got the RNG correct to make that happen. Phase 5 is just Commander Luke Skywalker and Hermit Yoda. 2 phases, one with Hermit Yoda. Second phase, he heads off, and then you just use Commander Luke Skywalker. And most of the time, you can just basic attack to get that one done. Phase 6, that's the most RNG dependent one of all these phases. Chewbacca, C3PO merge, make Chewpio. They'll have Chewbacca's stats, but they will have Chewpio's moveset, and then Rolo and Lando. Basically try to kill them all, kill Boba before he starts annihilating people. You'll go CLS against Vader, and the last one is Vader. You're Vader, and then you're going against CLS. That one you will have to have both Zetas for that unlock for Vader. You'll need his Merciless Massacre. You should already have that one because, well, you don't need that one, but you should already have that one because that should be your first Zeta ever. And the second one you will need is his Leadership Zeta. That's just because you have to do 25 DOT before you can activate the special event at the end, or special move at the end. And you want his Leadership Zeta because whenever DOT expires, he applies 2 more DOT and it speeds it up. If you have that Zeta, there will be a cakewalk on that one. Alright, so now after that, we will be going to our Jabba unlock after Jedi Knight Luke. So we should already have, well, let's go this first. We will now have to go for Jabba team and the XS trash to finish off the Jabba unlock. Hutt Cartel team is okay, but once you add Jabba, they go to top tier in almost every category. You should already have your Jedi Knight Luke, your Han Solo, your Boba Fett, Greedo, Outrider by now, C-3PO for your CLS team. The only one you're still needing is basically going to be the other requirements that are needed for Jabba. And that is Bausch Leia, Aura Singh, the Mobster, Chrysanthemum, Gamorrean Guard, Lando, Ewok, how do you say his name? Oh my goodness. And then Fennec. Honestly, if you get Aura Singh already started earlier, that's just a better addition to a bounty hunter team. In my opinion, she's probably the best lead for a bounty hunter team, as long as you have Zem, Wessel, and Omicron. And then Fennec Shand is a good lead by herself. Just throw in some other people. Boba Fett is a good addition with her. But she can pick up all pretty much excess bounty hunters. But once you get all them reliced up to their relicking levels and everything's taken care of, Jabba will now be out there. Y'all now the best Hutt cartel team available. The reason I say they're okay team because pretty much the Hutt cartel is trash until they get Jabba. They can do decent with Bausch Leia, but everybody else is kind of just there. It's kind of a waste. But you do get Jabba, get that good team. Now that you have your first GL, there's a lot of solid core teams to help you get towards your next Galactic Legend. The easiest Galactic Legend from here, in my opinion, is Jedi Master Luke Skywalker. Like I said, once we start going more of these slides, you will see exactly what I'm talking about. So your current teams after the Jabba unlock. So you'll have your Jabba team, your Hutt Cartel. On there, I did throw in Imbo instead of using one of the other Hutt Cartel because that is the meta with Imbo right now, and is Jabba with Imbo. You have your troopers. Like I said, on your troopers, this is the 5 that I like. I am thinking about taking Moff Gideon out, throwing back in Colonel Stark, and moving Moff to Padme from what I've been seeing, because he removes turn meter. Everybody keeps a lot more protection with him. You have your Jedi Knight Revan with Jedi Knight Luke, Hermit Yoda, all them very strong Revan team. You have your Padme team, your Bounty Hunters with Aura Singh, your Rolo team, Commander Luke Skywalker, Empire, Ewoks, Geos, Dash, and then you have your excess Bounty Hunters. So you have a total of 12 teams here. That's good to help out with your Grand Arenas. That's good to help out on your Territory Wars. This gives you some help for a lot of different things. And honestly, a good solid start. But like I said, none of these teams are in a certain order from best to worst. Because honestly, Ewoks you'll probably never touch after getting C-3PO. On the Dash team, I did throw in Enfys Nest. You could not even worry about doing Enfys Nest. You could just leave in Cara Dune, and that team will still be fine. But with Enfys Nest, it just takes that team to a different level. But that is a lot of teams to have right after that. So once we finish that, we can move on to Darth Revan and Darth Malak unlock. Darth Revan isn't bad to get, but not as simple as Jedi Knight Revan. Jedi Knight Revan is a quick, easy thing to do. When unlocking Darth Revan, you only need to gear 12 two different characters. That's Bastila Fallen and HK-47. The other characters are good around gear 7 or 8. I say whenever I did the Darth Revan unlock, Juhani never got over like a gear 6. Even on one of the phases where you just have her and I think it's Bastila Shan. Or it might be her and But whatever it is, she's not needed. She'll die off. You'll bring her back to life. Done. So after unlocking Revan, you'll proceed to getting Darth Malak. The dark side journey for Malak is night and day compared to the light side. It's a whole different story, and it is needing some RNG in your favor on that one. But like I've always said though, a lot of the videos that I do, the guides, are usually at the lowest gear level that I can get something. So it takes me several tries, several purposes to try to get that done. If you relic people higher, or gear people up higher, whatever you're doing, if you make them stronger than the minimum requirements, it will make every event easier. Okay, I'm not saying it has to be difficult, but it will be easier if you do have more stuff in there. So the dark side, you'll have your Darth Revan, Bastila Fallen, HK, Canderous Ordo, and Karth. Dark side, all you need is Darth Revan Relic, and maybe just Relic 2, Relic 3, and that is it. That is all you need. He can take care of the whole dark side event by himself. There's not any difficulty to it. It is very simple. When I was first teaching my son to play this game, I had him just do that battle for me once. Just for a guide. Hey, just do this one, and I'll be back. He did it. It's done. Simple. Light side. This one is difficult. You need to have a minimum relic for Jedi Knight Revan is 3. If you go higher, that just makes it easier. Everyone else's gear needs to be around 12, but any higher will make it easier. This one is very RNG dependent because you can end up getting enraged by Malak, and he just will slowly just wipe you out and keep healing, wipe you out, keep healing. So this one does take some RNG in your favor, but it'll have Jedi Knight Revan, Jolly Bindo, Bastila Shan, Mission, and Zalbar. Like I said, I do have videos of guides for all these events so far as well. If you need some tips to try to check those out. Honestly, they're probably not the best guides, though. I will tell you guys that. I really do not have any idea what I am doing. I'm just kind of making this stuff up as I go. And honestly, a lot of the videos I watch, I'm competitive. I try to see a guide that somebody did, and I will try to do it at a lower gear level, or maybe using not as good mods, or whatever I can possibly do, and I will do an event 1,000 times, a journey guide 1,000 times until I can get that right RNG, if it's something that is technically just RNG based. I currently am still working on the new account, not new account, the account that me and my son made together. We're still working on getting General Skywalker unlocked. We got every event done, but now we're on the last one where you use Asajj and the droids. And that one is not working out. I'm trying to do it with all geared 12s only, and I just can't get it to work. Alright, so after that, I say go for Starkiller, one of the best Galactic Legend counters. To unlock Starkiller, all you need is 4 characters at Relic 5 and some decent mods. Starkiller will bring your Emperor Mara Jade to another level. So once you get Starkiller unlocked, you will make a whole different team with Emperor and Mara Jade. So for the Starkiller unlock, you need Dash, Kyle Katarn, Darth Talon, and Mara Jade. Get them to Relic 5, decent mods on them. Do the event, done. When Starkiller is unlocked, you will now have Team Starkiller, and with Darth Talon relic, it will be a great addition to your Darth Revan or your Sith Empire team. So with Team Starkiller, I recommend for Team Starkiller, Emperor Palpatine, Mara Jade, Starkiller, Visas Mar, Old Ben. You can mix and match some of those, but you're always, I'm going to say always, you should always keep Emperor Palpatine, Mara Jade, and Starkiller always together. The other two, the light side, unaligned Force user, and the Jedi, you can mix and match those how you want to. It does not matter. just as long as they are one unaligned Force user that is light side and a Jedi unit. The only real change that I would do with this team will probably be instead of Old Ben, maybe using Plo Koon. Another taunter, because I like having somebody that can taunt. But he does a lot of other good things too to help you out. And with your Tempire team, you'll take out whatever else you're using, and you'll throw in Darth Talon on that team. The next and only upgrade for your Sith Empire team currently is going to be removing HK and making Malgus your lead. So it'll be Malgus, Darth Revan, Basilisk Sean Fallen, Malak, and Darth Talon. And that team is the best it can be currently. I don't know if they plan on ever adding any more characters in, but that's currently the best that team can be. After that, we will now be going for our second Galactic Legend, and that is Jedi Master Luke. You will have almost every character you need to get Jedi Master Luke. Most of the characters you need for Jabba and Jedi Knight Luke are similar to JML. You should already have Old Ben, C-3PO, Chewpio, Jedi Knight Luke, R2-D2, Han, Chewbacca, Princess Leia, Hermit Yoda, Lando. You will already have all those characters. All you'll need to do is make sure they're at the relic levels you need them at. And usually it's about 2 more than what they are at. And usually it's only about 2 more than what they are at. Still needing, you'll need to unlock Jedi Training Rey, Mon Mothma, the Rebel Y-Wing, and Wedge and Biggs. You'll need to get them up, relic them up, but that's 5 people. Saying before when in Jabba you had so many, but now that you've done all that stuff building up to now, you just need those 5 to get your second Galactic Legend. Now he has been achieved. You have 2 Galactic Legends in your pocket and a very strong team. Yes, you have 2 strong teams and a huge core of teams to play with and work with and move stuff around. Honestly, I haven't really decided where I'd go after this. I currently on my main account, I am working towards Jedi Master Luke now. And I'm thinking on that account going towards the Profundity. That could be what happens on this account too. Because you already have Mon Mothma, you have Wedge, you have Biggs. You'll have a lot of those things there. There'll be a few more things again to get that one to where it needs to be. The hardest jump for that one would be Admiral Radis. I think that's the only Relic 9 on that one. So that would be the hardest pill to swallow for me. Shoot, I don't have anybody above a Relic 8 on my main account. I have a lot of Relic 7s, but no Relic 8s. So your current teams after Jedi Master Luke. So this is all the teams, not all the teams, but this is the main teams that you will have now after Jedi Master Luke. You'll have your Jabba team still, your Troopers, Starkiller. With a new addition, I recommend the Omicrons on Starkiller. It's going to be a must-have. Your Patent-Made team, Bounty Hunters with the Zam Wessel Omicron. With Orsing lead, Rolo, Mon Mothma, Old Republic, Jedi Master Luke, CLS, Ewoks, Geos, Dash, XS Bounty Hunters, Sith Empire. And honestly, by this time though, you might even have Qui-Gon unlocked. I think I threw that in another slide. But you'll have Qui-Gon unlocked, so your Padme team will get split up. Because honestly, you can take you'll take your Jedi Anakin, maybe even General Kenobi, Ahsoka. They go to Qui-Gon. So you can take your Padme, throw in R2-D2, some other Galactic Republic units. Whatever you can possibly do to help out. And you leave Mace Windu in there. Ayla Secura is not a bad one. but just throw in some other ones. And this right here is the honorable mention. So, like I said, this account you can veer off and kind of do other things. If you go towards Night Sisters, they have been, with the addition of Mirren, popping off. But they're on a whole different level now. They went from a decent, good team to a really great team. That, especially in Grand Arenas, can just recover your banners, and that's the biggest thing in Grand Arena. Recover banners, full clears. More banners you get, more wins that you will have in the long run. Your Sith Triumvirate team, your Sith Trio, with Treya, Scion, Nihilus. You can just use those three for a lot of different things, but with Savage in there, that team can take out a lot of different options. But I do recommend having the Omicron on Savage and on Treya. If you go towards General Grievous, that is another thing that's great counters for a lot of different things. I wouldn't be upset if you went there. You would already have some droids done. If you get Grievous there, you could end up going after that. You could end up going for General Anakin. You already have the droids. You get a Saj up there from the Night Sisters. Get them roped up a little bit, and then easily be able to go through the General Anakin event. If you go Qui-Gon, technically the only thing you need on a Qui-Gon team is Qui-Gon and Jedi Anakin and the Omicron on Qui-Gon. And that, just throw in some other Galactic Republic Jedis. And I do recommend having both because that activates both Qui-Gon and Anakin's abilities. And then another solid team that you can probably work on over time, and if you work on it, I will not be upset, is the Iden Troopers. You can't have any other troopers that have a leadership, but everybody in that team, nobody uses cryotechs except for maybe Iden. The rest pretty much don't need them unless they add them in there. So that's a good team, quick that you can get up. Iden, you can get her a 3-4 star, throw in all her abilities, get her Zeta, her Omicron, and then Relic up, Death Trooper, and that's pretty much it. So that is the 2023 pretty good farming guide from your boy Effortless. If you do like the video, if it helps you out at all, if you're a new player, if you're a veteran player and you're like, oh, this is a pretty good video, please feel free to like and subscribe. Throw some comments in there. You will probably find videos that are similar. I have watched a lot of different videos, and I said there is some that go this way. Some of them are hit or miss, whether they go for Jabba or Executor or Profundity ship first. Go for Executor first. Imperial Troopers, one of the best starting teams, mid-game teams that you can have. They're even good late game. They give you a lot of ships, a lot of different options. And they help out early game getting those crystals. Just get the Executor, get Jabba, and it's gonna be good. I promise. It will work out. Just you're gonna have to feed the beast. That's all I got. Much love.